What is up, guys? My name is Steel, and here we'll be playing a game called Within. This basically is a game about this girl here, who's all cute. As I've seen pictures, she looks like she just wants to be famous. Like I guess like one of the girls I saw her looking at. All right, let's see. We'll start the game now. Venti, 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 venti. The chants of my fans echo through the door in front of me. One of my two bodyguards wrapped his hand around the doorknob. Please prepare yourself, Miss Venti. Miss Venti. Oh, that's her name, Miss Venti. Once I open this door, we'll head straight into our limo. The guard had no reason to fret. I had long since grown used to these crowds. Still, I nodded to put him at ease. After taking a deep breath, he pushed the door open. Ah, she's so pretty! A crowd of hundreds raised their cameras as soon as I stepped out. My guards waved their arms to shoot. To shoo? Oh, I thought. Oh, okay. I thought it was supposed to be I thought I typed it wrong. It says shoot. Shoo them away. This red carpet was for me to walk on, after all. I blew a kiss for the starstruck peasants. Wow, okay. Miss Venti, please, let us hurry. I just said the wrong impression too of that one too. Dang! Miss Venti, please, let's hurry, my bodyguard said. Too bad for him. I strutted along like a model on a catwalk. A group of reporters managed to worm through the crowd. Now they tiptoed over my guards in hopes of scoring that exclusive. Venti, how does it feel to have won another Calligrapher of the Year award? A reporter asked me. Before I could answer, another dozen people shouted over each other, hoping for my attention. Venti, may I get a photo with you? Can you sign some autographs for my kids? And two for me, of course. Ah, I can't believe I'm standing this close to Venti! My fans stamped their dirty shoes all over the red carpet. Finally, my bodyguards pulled out their pepper sprays to keep these fans in check. A young male reached in my direction despite having a spray aimed at his face, rather admirable for a peasant. I extended to hand this man to kiss. Unfortunately for him, he fainted at the sight of my perfectly polished nails. I reached my limousine at last. My bodyguard opened the door for me, and as I climbed in, my trailing fans snapped as many photos as they could. Miss Venti, Miss Venti, the crowd chanted as my car pulled up. How odd. They never referred to me as Miss. Oh, my graceful presence must have been too much for their sanity. These poor things. Miss Venti, Miss Venti. Oh. Oh, what do you know? Oh. Well, I had fun while it lasted. At least I got to ride in a limousine for a good 30 seconds in real life. My only registered vehicle was, well, my 10-year-old bicycle. My apartment had no space for a car anyway. Oh, look, she keeps a little figurine right there. Oh, that's cute. Actually, this single room with cracked walls might be an insult to the word apartment. Pull up these curtains offer a spectacular $1 view, featuring a sewage pipe and a wall tainted with yellow. Just open the window if you wish to smell the sewage as well. A breathtaking experience. By the way, sorry, I need to take back the one-room thing. This place actually had two rooms. Thank you very much. The second room happened to be a toilet. That still counted, right? The toilet clogged 3 times a month, so be careful when using it. Miss Venti, Miss Venti, a woman's voice echoed from outside. Oh, okay, I'll just have to make a woman's voice. She was no fan, but rather my landlady. I glanced over at my clock, 6 a.m. Waiting another hour or two would have been nice. She probably just wanted to tell me about my another rent rise. Nothing good ever came out of that woman's mouth. I would be better off staying in bed. Rise and shine, or stay in bed. Well, she's not gonna stop if she's like always knocking her door. If I stay in bed, she's gonna annoy the shit out of me. Oh look, see that? That's the picture of the girl I was telling you about. She was looking at. Let's just rise and shine. Coming. As I changed to something more appropriate, the Lenny still kept knocking. See, I knew it. I said I was coming, didn't I? Did I not? Maybe I should walk out naked if that was what she dug. If this were a game, we'd not be a sale boost too. Plot. Yep. If this was a game. Oh hell. Good morning, Miss Vinty, the landlady said. I must ask, what's with the hair? It looks like you just woke up. That's because I did. It's always for young ladies like you to sleep away your youth. The landlady shook her head. She had no right to preach me like this. I wanted to tell her, but decided against it, as doing so would give her excuse to lecture me further. With her size, if I enraged her, she would squash me into Vinty's flavored pancake. Miss Vinty, your rent was due 3 days ago. Oh, well, at least there was no rent increase. Sorry, ma'am. My next paycheck will come after tonight's shift, so I'll pay you first thing tomorrow morning. The landlady grunted. Alright, just know that if this keeps up, you'll have to find somewhere else to live. She spun around to leave. When she disappeared behind the corridor, I kicked my door shut, causing a piece of my cracked wall to fall off. I tried shoving the piece back into place. My effort resulted in more wall fragments flaking off. Great. The landlady would make me pay for that next month. Once I became an accomplished calligrapher. I have no idea what that means. You guys already know what it is, obviously, but I have no idea. She would beg for a chance to shine my shoe. Hey, I sounded like a bit ranty before. That was never my intention. A lot of famous people had humble beginnings. Oh my god, I can't read for shoot. I would follow in their footsteps, but first I need to put in work. Oh, some drawings. And so I returned to the busiest street in my area, with my calligraphs spreading before me. I sat on the concrete and rested my back against the fence. Car horns blared behind me, mixed with people shouting things from each other's mothers. Wait. Is there a way to just... No, dang it. I just want to see what these two here. These cars kept expelling fumes that made me choke. Just one of the many things I dealt with in the name of art. The pedestrians took up almost every inch of space of the street ahead. Surely this would be the day when somebody swatted my talent. As always, no one afforded me anything more than a passing glance, and my will soon dwelled. Let me be honest, I never expected to be showered with praise by every head who passed here. What was that old saying? 10% of the people you reached out to will buy your work. I could live with that, even just 1%. Please, anything but 0. I wanted to scream at these people, but they had no idea how much sweat I poured into these calligraphs. So this is what she's been working as? Okay, preserve or rant. I don't want to be a total dick. Like ranting? Nah, it's preserve. I decided to keep my displeasure to myself. People often said patience would be rewarded. I wonder if my patience wouldn't ever become worthwhile. Just as I thought this, a man paused to look at my calligraphers. He had a bucket of fried chicken in his hand. The smell made my mouth water. As the man eyed my works by one, I felt my cheeks heating up from anticipation. At last, someone who spared more than a moment with my works. This must be my reward. The timing could hardly be more perfect. I summoned the courage to speak with the man, but he spoke first. You're charging these? I managed a tiny nod. The man snorted. I would never hang. Oh. I'm gonna sound like a dick. I would never hang these on my wall, even if you gave them to me for free. Seriously. This is the most shameless display I've ever seen. Trolls online were one thing. Confronting one in real life was a rarity. Judging from the man's scrawny arms, I bet I could overpower him with ease. Then he would know just how big of a blunder he had made. I could attack him too? Or restraint? Well, to me it's not worth it. Going to those people who just talk trash about you or talk trash to you. It's not worth it. They're just immature. Folks always said to ignore trolls. I clenched my teeth and stayed put. After chuckling in my face, the man strutted off, determined to prove him wrong. I continued to sit and wait for potential customers. Another 1,000 people walked by without sparing me a look. Lingering here another longer would be a waste of time. As I packed my things, I insisted I was leaving because my part-time job started in an hour. Deep inside, I knew that man's words had rocked my confidence. Giving up on calligraphy would mean that I had wasted all this time over nothing. Yet, if I lacked the gift, preserving might make things worse. Tears welled in my eyes as I clenched my fist to hold them back. Aww. Fuck that guy. Speaking of tears, I heard a kid crying within the crowd. Looked like we had a lost child in our hands. Some pedestrians shot him glances, but none of them offered more than that. These really were horrible people. To cheer myself up, I told myself I would never want my calligraphers to be owned by people like that. I should help the kid, but that would mean being late for my job. Fuck no. Oh my god, something tells me if I went to my work, if I ignored the kid, I'll go to my work, get enough money, or they would fire me. If I helped the kid, then I would feel good about myself. But I would also get fired by that too, probably, I'm not sure. Let's just help him. I'm not those people who yet I'm not total dick the first time. If I judged others for abandoning a child, then did that same myself, I would be a jerk and a hypocrite. With a sigh, I walked up to the boy. There, it's okay. Did you lose your mommy? The boy was sobbing too hard to answer. I leaned in to stroke his back with one hand and his head with the other. Let me know if you lost your mommy, okay? I hope you find her, so there's no need to be scared. The kid managed to nod at last, and I whispered good boy in his ear. What's your mommy's name? Hungry. Her name is Hungry. The boy's tummy growled and I realized that he meant, oh, well, how about I buy you a sandwich? I want ice cream. Hey kid, ice cream is more of a dessert actually. I want ice cream. And so ice cream it was. One for him and none for me. The money came out of my pocket. Of course, my poor wallet, at least this kid could have eaten the whole thing rather than let half of it melt on his shirt. Jesse, that mommy's name. Jesse. I called as I strode along the street. Now people stared at me more than ever. Enough to make me blush. In fact, maybe I should try shouting Jesse at random and next time I'll sold my calligraphies. The sky turned orange as time ticked by. Yes, I knew my shift started half an hour ago. Stop reminding me. Holy shit. A woman squeezed through the crowd and scurried towards us. She ran past a red light, nearly getting hit by a truck in the process. Mommy! The boy shook free of my hold and rushed into his mother's embrace. After muttering apologies to her son, the woman glanced towards me. Oh, thank you so much for your help. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're wonderful. Just wonderful. The torrent of praises curled my lips into a stupid grin. Anyone would have done the same thing. Please, if there's anything I do in return, just let me know, the mother said. Naturally, there's something I need help with. Anything in my power, miss. Which way back to the train station? Oh, she got lost. Huh? There's 4 of them. There was 3 before. The sky had gone dark by this time I arrived at work. I opened the restaurant's door gingerly to avoid making any noise. Stealth mode switched on. They called me Ninja Vinti for a reason. Miss Vinti! The voice of my boss nearly made me jump into the ceiling fan. Sorry I'm late. I wanted to explain, but my boss glared at me. And my tongue slurred out a bunch of syllables. My explanation was in there somewhere. Probably. Maybe. I received an earful from my boss, but at least I got to keep my job. Oh, thank you, Lord. Several colleagues shot me frowns for not being here during such a busy period. Damn. In the end, I took all the blame without complaint. Well, at one point, I locked myself into a toilet and screamed into the bowl. Wait, what? I also might or might not have fantasized about dunking my maid's heads into the toilet. That was me alone to know, though. At least I earned a paycheck needed to keep my landlady quiet for another month. As for the month after that, we would see when the time came. All I wanted was to pursue my art, but reality kept pressuring me toward finding a second job. On my way home, I spotted a banner for an upcoming visual novel named Princess Area. The game had long been hyped for every forum I knew. Amazing art along with a cast of famous voice actors. The writer and composer were big names too. Princess Area had to be an ad this big. There must be a lot of money put behind the project. The way this banner hung high gave me the sense of it was extra important. Bright lights shone on the princess face to impress potential players. Yes, that was what I really needed. If I had a banner like that, no doubt people would have lined up to buy my calligraphy. I could really imagine how folks would react as I walked along the streets. Man, I really can't read today. Dang, it's always in the morning. Hey, I think Oh, I think she's thinking that herself. Hey, I think that was Vinti. Wow, no way. You mean the famous calligrapher I see on all those banners? Yeah, she must be really good. Maybe we should ask her for an autograph. My agent would step in to speak on my behalf. Please, line up in an orderly fashion, everyone. How much for an autograph? Shut up and take my money. My agent nodded in response. Autographs available for $100, thanks. Holy crap, that's $100. That would be $100, thanks. The game shop owner said Princess Area cost twice that I had predicted. If I bought the game, I would have been too little left for rent. I opened my wallet, hoping I might have enough more cash on my hand than I realized. Turned out I had less, actually. I hung my head in the storekeeper's side. His dark brows pressured me into buying a game. I did ride these trains to get here. Might as well pick up something. I told the shopkeeper how much money I had, and he shook his head. The store owner pulled out a different game from under his table. He brushed away the dust on it so I could see the cover. Title read, Sunflower War. Some visual novel about the battlefield. Copyright 1997. The bottom read, no wonder it was so cheap. Art by Mouse, whoever the heck that was. The front cover would fit perfectly in a kindergarten classroom. I flipped the case to see what was highlighted on the back. The game supported up to 640 by 480 resolution. Truly the pinnacle of technology. Holy crap, that's hella small. The shopkeeper grimanced. He must have sensed I wanted to say no. His stare made my palms stain in sweat, and I ended up buying the game. Dealing with folks like that had always been a weakness of mine, reminding me to never visit the store again. That's a really good art. With heavy strides, I returned to my apartment. Zero cried, "Oh my god, I keep yawning." Zero calligraphy sales, late for work and with rent, topped off by blowing cash on some game I had no interest in. What I really wanted to play was Princess Area. Forcing myself to suffer anything else would just upset me further. I just realized, couldn't you just save your money in order to get that game? Well, you paid it off. Let's just see how it is. I did spend money on Sunflower War. Might as well give it a go. The day left me pretty drained, so this relic of a game would do a good job putting me to sleep. I switched on my laptop and inserted the disc, which I partly hoped would fail to load from an old age. Too bad it worked just fine. No doubt. Oh my god, I hate yawning. No doubt a lot of people were loving Princess Area right now. Meanwhile, here I was, enjoying this for 640 and 480 godsend. No voice acting either. These illusions. Oh my god, I can't read for shit, dude. These illustrations look like they were done by a child. I would be better off closing my eyes and imagining my own artworks. The grass reached up to our knees as I read along. I painted an image of a scene on my head. The plants rustled as we waded through. We paused once every few steps. Oh my god, I have to read like a fucking robot in order to not mess up, dude. Fearing there might be snakes hiding among the bushes. Somehow we managed to survive the evening. The sun surged from beyond the horizon, outlining the earth with orange glow. Slowly, the blue sky emerged and vanquished the darkness that had haunted us. As light bathed the soil, I found myself in a field of sunflowers. I have imaged this place to look far for more terrifying, but anxiety had merely been playing tricks on me. I drew a deep breath to savor the morning fragrance. In the distance, birds chirped as if implying our survival. I could see it. Not only that, but touch, hear, and smell too. An experience crafted by my imagination. The image rivaled the strokes of my artist, and it belonged to me alone. See, this is why I hate yawning. I hate yawning because it makes me fuck up. This fulfillment inspired me to take things further. What the fuck? Why does she have a pan on her head? A pot, my bad. The blast of gunfire is that supposed to be defended us? As we dove behind the wall. A bullet whizzed past. A bullet whizzed past the tip of my helmet. Sam had passed this helmet onto me with her dying breath. I would carry on her legacy. The desert heat pinched sweat out of my every pore. Oh, I just know she's doing it every scene. I desperately wanted to empty this water bottle down my throat, but with no help in sight, I must conserve every drop. Joe's eyes closed, this time never to reopen. Despite our promise to survive together, only I managed to live. How I wished I could take her place. I finished reading Sunflower War right as the clock struck 3 a.m. How so many people have missed this classic left left me dumbfounded. Actually, that would be a lie, as I too had every intention of tossing this game aside. I kept demanding excitement without offering an ounce of passion in return. If I played my part, I might be able to discover so much more. As Sunflower's War credits rolled, I realized how small the development group was. The team probably knew they stood no chance against the bigger studios, yet they still did their best with their dated technologies to deliver a vision they believed in. The happiness they felt when working on the project poured out every line in this game. I could gaze right into their hearts. The thing I had long neglected. Oh, that's when I was little. Oh shit, that's kawaii. Mommy, Daddy, Minty, what is it, darling? Look, it's my calligraphy. Oh, calligraphy. Honey, it's calligraphy. But that's great. I think you have a lot of talent. There's so much fun. I'm going to become a calligrapher. Oh, so that's why. I have forgotten the last time I found joy in calligraphy. Every stroke these days I felt like a grocery chore. All I obsessed over was how much, or rather how little, people paid attention to my efforts. My works no longer possess heart, and I failed to notice it. Time to do something about that. I could hardly wait to start. After all, I chose this path because I loved it. Alright guys, that's where we're gonna end the story here. Oh look, that's how they started off. Alright guys, this is where I'm gonna end it. If you guys want to see a second episode of this show, which I hope you do, because it's actually becoming really good. Because now she's gonna start doing really hard. She's gonna be working really hard in order to get her calligraphy dream to go through. Well, I'll see you guys later. Yeah, have a good day.